We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Night Terror's Wonder Woman issue 2. This is the second installment of a two-part micro-series from DC Comics in 2023 that ties into the Night Terror's miniseries. And there are two stories here. The main story of Wonder Woman is written by Josie Campbell, art by Juan Ferreyra, Pat Brosseau on letters, J.L.E. and Chung on the main cover, Chris Rosa, the associate editor, Brittany Holzer, editor, Paul Kaminsky, group editor. There's also a backup story for Nubia, and this is part 2 of that, written by Stephanie Williams, art by Meghan Hetrick, colors by Marissa Louise, letters by Becca, Carey, associate editor Chris Rosa, edited by Brittany Holzer, and group editor Paul Kaminsky on that one as well. The cover's okay. It's got that kind of retro 30s look for Wonder Woman, that almost Art Deco sort of interpretation, but with the weird proportions that you come to expect from JLE. And I didn't hate it. It's not my favorite. I like the red background, really kind of makes the figures pop out. I think they probably should have made the figures bigger though, but I don't know, it's just okay. It's a stark contrast from the horrific interior artwork. So Wonder Woman is not fighting the serpent that we left off on last time, because apparently he just swallowed her and sat there docilely while Bobo laid there in a pile of fear and probably peed himself. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman is fighting this multi-armed creature, and it's showing her all these different nightmares, scenarios, these goddesses of war that she could become, and various insecurities, her relationship to Zeus, all that sort of stuff. But Wonder Woman quickly overcomes that, and then pops out of the serpent's mouth and begins to tie everything up with her magic lasso, which apparently is infinitely long. And then the rest of the Justice League Dark is freed, even though we never saw half of them in the other issue. And they get about their way of helping everybody else. The Nubia story, she's fighting Gaia with a knife on a rope, I guess. And then she wakes up in her bed in her armor and cries a lot. Both these stories were incredibly boring. The main story kind of rambles on, and Wonder Woman gives this big lecture to everybody at the end about how heroes rise up. It was very, very contrived and not very exciting. The dialogue really was rough. The art in this one is significantly worse than the first issue, I thought. It looks rushed and lazy, even for the style that it's in, which is pretty bad to begin with. But it just seemed like there was a lot of talking that didn't need to be in here, a lot of caption boxes that I didn't care about. The whole thing just seemed like a money grab. The Nubia story was boring, and I don't really care about these characters at all. It was just a backup story for the sake of having a backup story. And why is Nubia's hair like 50 pounds? It's gigantic. There's just so many problems with this book. I think they were trying to be overly dramatic and make these like poignant moments that just come off as tiresome and a little preachy. And I think it's really a sign of bad writing for both stories. So I'm not impressed with this at all. The cover's the best thing about both the issues of this micro series, and it doesn't seem to have any impact on the Night Terror storyline at all. I don't remember Insomnia being in here. I may have blacked that out, but this was just nonsensical waste of paper and a lot of bad art. So I'm in no way going to recommend this. If you're going to buy it, have somebody give it to you for free, because you'll probably be able to find somebody that's willing to do that with something this poorly assembled. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.